Once upon a time, there was a little boy called Howard who loved writing stories.
Little Howard dreamed of being a writer, and so he sat and wrote every night. But everything he wrote was fucking shite, yeah. Wubba-dubba-doo, wubba-dubba-doo. Worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world. He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Worst Writer in the World with me, Rufus, and former child genius.
It's Howard Long. Thank you very much. I accept gifts in the form of bus tokens and
What's a
packets
bus token?
of crisps.
What's a bus token? Are you from the 1940s?
It's a token that lets you get on a bus for free.
Yeah, you mean Oyster card.
Yes.
You mean charged Oyster card, unless you are a time traveller from the 1940s.
don't know what the-
Oh, have you got your bus tokens?
Good.
You got your bus tokens, Howard, so we can get on bus, because the conductor will come round and they'll want to look at your tokens.
Same difference, isn't it? Just because you're a cool kid who's with it and knows that they're called Oyster cards nowadays.
A person alive in the 21st century, not 80 years ago, when bus tokens were a thing. Oh, let's go for pictures. Have you got your bus tokens? You got your ration book? Okay, come on, let's go to the butcher's.
Why are you being so horrible? It's bad enough that you chose to call this show The Worst Writer in the World, and
That
that's
was
supposed
your
to be
idea.
me.
That was your idea. I was reluctant, don't you remember? I was all like, I don't know if we should be that negative, especially about you, because you're a genius, I said. But and just now I called you a former genius. Just at the beginning of this show, I said you were a former genius. That was nice.
Yeah, former child genius. I'm now a...
Yeah, you are a former child
I'm
as
a
well.
modern genius now. I'm an adult. A modern genius.
Absolutely. That bit I left open to interpretation. So let's get on with it, shall we?
Yes, please.
All right. So thank you to the British Comedy Guide for hosting this show. Thank you to our patrons on Patreon for giving us money for this show, and thanks to you for listening to this show. Mm-hmm. So, do you remember what happened in last week's episode, or what's going on generally?
Okay, so yes, I do. The Stars are a group of brilliant people with various skills who have been charged with the task of saving the world.
And also failed the task of saving the world.
Failed the task of saving the world.
But don't worry, because they've got a plan to give themselves a second chance by using time travel. And all they've got to do to be able to travel in time is collect 3 ingredients. And they've already got 2 of them now, right? Because they got the time lettuce from Wizard Herman pretty quickly. That was easy.
Nice.
And now they've also got the bear's head.
They have, yes.
All they had to do for that was to travel to London and get involved in politics. And they're well on their way to getting ingredient number 3.
That's right.
What is ingredient number 3?
It's 36 buses. And like they've got 1, so I mean it can't be that
They've got
difficult
one.
to get another 35 if you know the right place to go.
Yeah, they know how to do it because they saw on the TV an advert for Watford Gap Service Station Hotel and Casino where you can bet anything you like on roulette. And if you bet on one number, you can win 36 of that thing. And
Yes.
they've got 1 bus and they need 36 buses. It's like the perfect solution for their singular problem.
It's amazing.
And when we left the Stars last week, they had just got hold of 1 bus and had left to go to Watford Gap Service Station Hotel and Casino to gamble that bus.
Brilliant.
So let's see how they're getting on with that little adventure, shall we?
Yes, please.
Stars, Episode 5, Scene 1. The Stars are in a bus driving up the M1. We hear the Stars screaming in terror. I'm a bus driver! Look at me! In charge of the bus! Let's go speedier! We hear the Stars screaming get louder. We'll be there in no time, especially if I drive on the middle bit where there's no cars. Hold on tight, everybody! We hear metal screeching as Johan tries to drive the bus against the central barrier. Scene 2. Right, Right, here we are. We made it to Watford Gap Services without anyone important getting injured or killed by Johann's driving. Now, let's do a quick roll call. Ajax? Here and large, sir. Good. Sly? Here and sarcastic, sir. Marvellous. Johann? Here and a teapot, sir. Excellent. Talltree, Sir Lawrence Talltree, here in long penis and ready to blow any horses that look like they needed, sir. Good. And that's everyone. Perfect. We hear the sound of the audience trying to remember who hasn't been mentioned. So, are we not going to talk about what happened to Timpkins? That's correct. We're going to take those memories and bury them where no one will ever find them. But Ajax cut her head off with his axe. By accident. I thought it was safe after Gull Haggerty melted, but now I'm not so sure. It wasn't my fault. I was polishing my axe and Johann swerved. I slipped. Her whole head came off and rolled to the back of the bus. It's still there. Calm down, Sly. Perhaps when we go back in time, we can rescue her or something. On the bright side, now I can say, "Come along, men," without being corrected. Maybe I can take over as the woman character now. Woman tea, woman tea. Look at my woman hair. I like woman things. Hey, Sly, look at my boobs and say boobily boobily. What? Come on, Sly, appreciate my boobily. Say it, Sly. Say boobily boobily, Dr. Hoobily. Oh, God, there's no way I'm putting up with Johann being the woman. Someone get me a job in a wool shop. Oh, this is ridiculous. By the way, Sly, you owe me another 1,000 gold pieces for being a woman at you. I need a drink. Alcohol, that's my special skill. Here, let me pour you a whiskey. Out of my boobs! Drink my boob whiskey! My milk-flavoured boob whiskey! I'm going into that service station hotel and finding a bar. I'm going to see if they've got a ball pit I can play in. Or a swimming pool with a wave machine. That'd be cool. I'll take Johann and find the roulette table. We'll meet you both there in 5 minutes. Scene 3. We hear the sounds of slot machines and blackjack bankers. Excuse me, serving wench. Could I have a tankard of your best mead, please? Oh, sir. I suppose you'll be wanting me to say something bawdy as well, will you? Not particularly. All righty then. I'll just pull you a big stiff tankard of frothy mead sex. Can I just have a beer? Reckon you're searching for a bosomy wench to join your team of adventurers and say, "Oh, sir," when something risque happens, are you? Maybe we should let Johann be the woman after all. He can probably magic himself some real boobs and a big bag full of alcohol. Oh, sir. Can I join your mission to save the world? Or you reckon I'd be useful? Who said we're on a mission to save the world? Oh, sir, you did just now. No, I didn't. Oh, sir, you've got that look about you. That brave adventurer probably has a long penis look. Well, I suppose that much is true. Can I join you then? I'll make comments about how big and good your penis is and then say, "Oh, sir," afterwards. Timpkins never said my penis was big and good and then said, "Oh, sir." Or you can join then. Well, we do need a new woman, so I guess that'll be okay. Oh, sir. What's your name? My name is Limpkins. Nice. Nice to meet you, Limpkins. Let's go and join the others, shall we? Hang on, I'm just going to put this bar in my bag so I can bring it with me. We hear the sound of Limpkins putting the bar in her bag. Huh, bloody women with the luggage. That's what Sly said at this point. Huh, bloody women in the luggage. Yeah. We hear the sound of a large man dressed as a schoolboy thundering into the bar. Here, has anyone seen my suitcase full of cake? Or my suit cake, as I like to call it, and do suit cake. I think it's over there on top of that small child. Carlos, stop being crushed by my suit cake and give it back, you tiny pillock. We hear the large man leaving to bully a 6-year-old boy. Oh, sir, I'm ready. All packed up and prepared for adventure. Come on, then. I'm supposed to meet the others by the roulette table. We hear Sly and Limpkins walk over to the roulette table. Come on, number 2. Come on, number 2. Ha, number 2s. What's going on? We just bet the bus. We bet it on number 2 because Ajax thinks that number is funny. Number 2s. You know, that roulette banker looks kind of familiar. Have we met him before? I don't think so. There's something about his leg and his arm and his eye that reminds me of someone, and that fish-shaped scar on his face. No more bets. It's time to spin the wheel of doom to see who gets a lot of money or buses, and therefore who I, Colin Gull-Haggerty, am going to kill later so I can steal all their money and buses. We hear the sound of the roulette wheel and ball. Johan, do the spell. Angry lion, purple and blue, make the ball land in number 2.
No.
We hear the ball land in number 2. Ha, the ball landed in number 2. Black 2, bring this gentleman his 36 buses. We hear the sound of 36 buses being driven into the casino, and also a lion in the background. Here's your buses, sir, which I'll be murdering you for later. Wait, where did that lion come from? Oh, he's attacking me! I'm melting! We hear Gull-Haggerty melt.
Brilliant.
Wait, better get out of here before that lion melts us as well. Good thinking, Sly. We have all the ingredients now. We need to get back to Wizard Herman's house and get her to do the spell. Right. And that's Wizard Herman's house on another planet. That's the one, yes. That she beamed us here from using magic. Exactly. Magic that Johan doesn't seem able to do. We do seem to be in a bit of a pickle, don't we? Oh, sir, perhaps I can help you guys. I'm good with pickles. How is a serving wench going to help us get back to our own planet? Oh, sir, you shouldn't underestimate someone just because they work in a bar. The person who controls the spider wine controls the world. And they get to live in a big house after they kill everyone in the local town.
Oh, my God.
All of them say, what? Yes, it was me all along, pretending to be called Limpkins for some reason. Come on, I'll magic us back to my house and we can do the time reversal spell there. Have you got all the ingredients? The time lettuce, the bear's head, the 36 buses? I've got the bear's head. I've got the 36 buses in my axe bag. Mm-hmm. Good. Then all hold hands and... Kazaa! We hear the teleportation cello again, and all understand what it means because we remember it happening last time. So, Stars, Episode 6, Scene 1. The Stars are back in Wizard Herman's house. All right, I'm doing the spell. I'm doing it. We hear the sound of time reversing. Probably an oboe or something. There, the spell is complete. Time has reversed and we are now in the past. When exactly are we? Let me check my calendar. Oh, no, hang on. That's not how calendars work, is it? I'd better ask someone. We hear the sound of a window opening. Hey, you! Hello. What are you doing awake at this hour and leaning out of your window? Oh, maybe she's a cuckoo and that house is a clock. Are you a cuckoo? Have you come to tell us what time it is? No, I need you to tell me what time it is and what day. But I'm not a cuckoo either. How will I find out what day it is? Don't worry, dear brother. I know the answer, because it's shoot day, isn't it?
Yes!
And it's 3:30 in the morning.
Yes!
Oh, that seems like a foolish time to be walking the darkened streets. Why aren't we in bed? We're going to meet Lawrence. We're going to meet Lawrence and the others so we can go on a quest without anyone knowing. So let's start this line again. We're going to meet Lawrence and the others so that we can go on a quest without anyone knowing for some reason. And that's why we have to leave the city at 4 a.m. because there's no way everyone will get up that early and throw us a street party to wish us luck. Why don't we want people to throw us a party? I don't know. Actually, now you mention it, a farewell party sounds pretty good. Perhaps we should knock on all the windows and tell people to get up and do us a street party. We hear the pickle wizard closing the window. Perfect. Now we're back here in the past. We have a second chance to make it to the Tower of Evil before the chant ends. And this time, we're ready for all the pitfalls and obstacles, and we don't have to worry about those two morons, Philip and Error, because they're dead. But how can they be dead when they're outside knocking on people's windows? This hurts my person brain. Don't worry about it, Ajax. Here, play with these toy trucks. But hang on. If it's 3:30 a.m. on shoot day, that means we're leaving at exactly the same time we did before. Why didn't we time travel back further and give ourselves more time? You can only travel back to certain moments using my time magic. I call them pickled points in time, because they are moments that I pickled. You can't travel back to a moment that hasn't been pickled because it will have gone off. That makes perfect sense. No, it doesn't.
It does, yeah.
How are we going to find the Tower of Evil without Timpkins to do the navigating? Well, since she won't be walking us in circles and leading us in the wrong direction and occasionally just stopping and suggesting that we live wherever we happen to be, I suspect we'll get there much quicker. I could teleport us there. No, we'd better walk. I mean, it worked out pretty well last time. No, it didn't. Besides which, we might bump into those horses again. I still feel bad that only about half of them got a BJ, so I'm going to get Timpkins to do the rest. Timpkins is dead. Oh, yes. Well, I suppose old Muggins here will have to do it. Right. Is everybody ready? Good. I'll do a quick roll call.
No.
And then we'll set off again to save the world. Ajax, here and murdery, sir. Sly, here and sick of roll call, sir. Johan, here and just being quiet for a while.
Good.
I realised I hadn't given any lines in that scene at all.
Good line, yeah.
Wizard Herman, here and female, sir. Honestly. Talltree, Sir Lawrence Talltree, here and ready to blow an army of horses, sir. Right, let's get moving, shall we? we hear the stars get moving. Scene 2. We hear the sound of 5 people walking along a pitch-dark street. Keep moving, men. I resent that. I'm definitely a woman and I'll pickle anyone who says otherwise. Sorry, keep moving, men, and definitely a woman. I can't believe we're doing this again. It's pitch dark and I can't see a boggity thing. I can help with that. 17, blacky brown pup. Make the sun come fully up. We hear the sound of the sun suddenly rising. That's better. I can see my axe now. You just made the sun come up at 4 a.m. Yes, I'm aware of that. Don't you think people will notice? They'll just think it's a side effect of all the chanting. Hey, the sun came up. Must be a side effect of all the chanting. T. We hear the sound of the stars walking for a bit, then there are loud cheers as the whole town starts having a street party just round the corner. Hey, look, it's past us, and the whole town's there to see us off. Hey, look at that muscly guy with the big axe. Do you think he wants a fight? It's been ages since I had a fight. That's you twit. How can that be me? I'm me. Everyone keep your distance. I don't think we should be picking fights with our past selves. Now, we can have a bit of fun though. Here, watch this. Good luck, Sir Tall Tree. You must succeed or we'll all have our inside sucked out and our heads imploded. Sly, stop that. I'm just putting a bit of pressure on them. Maybe they won't goof about and fail if they think people are relying on them. Brilliant. That's a good idea, but they'll be even more motivated if they think there'll be a sexy reward at the end of their quest. Let me try. Goodbye. Please save us from the chaos beasties. I'll do anything for you. Yeah, good one, Wizard Herman. My turn. Goodbye, good luck. Don't let them pull off my fingernails and gouge out my eyes. Goodbye. We'll give you all BJs if you win. Stop messing about, you two. Come away. Leave past us alone.
Everything's improved with time travel, isn't it?
We've said it before, right? It's absolutely, yes. We hear the stars hide round a corner as the past stars leave the city to start their quest. We need to get moving as well. We have a long journey ahead of us and limited time to complete it. Yeah. The same journey those other versions of us are making. What are we going to do? Walk alongside them? Oh, hello, other Sly. No, don't worry about me. I'm just you from the future trying this again because you failed so badly the first time. You can't talk to your past self. Talking to your past self will open a rift in the fabric of reality and let all the chaos beasties escape. This does cause a bit of a problem. We need to get ahead of those other us's. Is there some way we can slow them down? Wait, I've got an idea. 67, pink and brown, make the sun go fully down. We hear the sun go down. Right, time to put the tents up. Come along, everybody. Tipkins, get your bar out. Oh, no, she's dead, isn't she? Johan, summon thing. No, we can't put the tents up. That's the mistake we made last time. And the mistake past us are making right now, just outside the city gates. He's right, you know. I can see Philip lighting a campfire. We have to use this time to get ahead of them. How? We can't see anything either. I think the best course of action is to build a bivouac here in the middle of this street, 4 meters away from the front door of my house. Beige and yellow, hungry shark, make us see despite the dark.
Ah, very good.
We hear the sound of the stars suddenly being able to see in the dark. Also, a hungry shark appears and starts eating random city folk in the background. I can see in the dark. I'm like a cat. This would be a very useful skill if, for example, you wanted to break into people's houses and rob their jewels. Or if you were making your way into a dark stable and fumbling around underneath a horse. You know, Wizard Herman's magic is a lot better than Johann's. All he ever did was make us float and summon a thing that could put up tents and do a parrot impression. I am still here, you know. I realise I haven't been saying much, but I don't have a lot to add to the conversation, except to say tea. Yes, well, let's set off, shall we, before our former selves hear Johann yelling tea and come over to investigate. We hear the tick of a clock to indicate the passage of time. We hear the stars trudging across the plains. We hear the stars get stuck in a swamp. We hear Johan do a spell to make them float. We hear Ajax on his pogo stick. We hear them get into a fight with some orcs. We hear an ice cream van. We hear the stars turn invisible. We hear a French Viking say, have you seen my legs? We hear hilly regions. We hear an ogre hit some of the stars, then do jokes. We hear Bert Pencil sell Talltree a map for 1 million gold pieces, and then a native offer him 3 for a penny. We hear a magic carpet. We hear the stars escape the ogre on the magic carpet. We hear the stars arrive at the tower. We hear a guard ask if they are the Impressionists. We hear Thing say, "Pluggy want a Vodavont." We hear the guard say, "I could listen to that all day." We hear the stars enter the tower through the front door.
Wow.
Looks like we made it in plenty of time. Second time lucky? Yes, they are not even finished the chant. Okay, Ajax, do your thing. Finally, I've been waiting to do a proper slaughter since we started out this morning and also 3 weeks ago. Do you mind if I do this slaughter while riding my tricycle? I suppose that's okay, as long as you kill everyone. Leave it to me, boss. We hear Ajax pedal in on his tricycle and murder all the chanters. We hear no chaos beasties escaping the chaos dimension. We hear that the stars have won.
Hooray!
I think we can all learn something from this. If we'd set off a bit earlier, or not immediately set up camp for 6 hours, or not got involved in an ice cream fight, or just not brought Timpkins, then we would have been successful the first time. Well, at least we got there in the end. Now all these chanter people are fully dead, and we can go home and use our new see-in-the-dark power in the next-door neighbour's stable. It's not over yet. You have one more problem to solve. You mean the problem of unhappy horses? You'll be pleased to know I have a plan to sort that out. Timpkins? Oh dear, she's dead, isn't she? Ah, well, I suppose I'll have to blow all the horses in the world myself. Not horses, Lawrence. The problem is, the earlier versions of yourselves are still on their way here to stop the chant, and they'll be here soon. So what? We already did it. When they get here, they'll find the chanters dead and go home. But don't you see? If the earlier versions of you don't believe the world is ending, they won't go to my house. I won't send them on a mission to look for bits. We won't travel back in time, and we won't be here to kill the chanters. It's a grandfather paradox, and you know what they cause? Grandchildren? Grandfather paradoxes rip a hole in the fabric of reality and allow an infinite number of chaos beasties to escape and jellify the world. Oh, boggity knob. So what are we going to do? We'll have to convince the earlier versions of you that they have failed, so that they run off and go to my house to reverse time. We'll need to dress up and do some chanting. What chanting? It doesn't matter. We'll make up something stupid. Now that sounds like fun. Dons, Sanus, Balkiem, Taurus, Salter, Larry, Apple, 10. One of us should probably put a hood on and pretend to be the main baddie. You know, the person in charge. Sly can do that. Sod off! I remember what Ajax did to that baddie. Make Johan do it. I'm a bit busy shouting tea, tea, tea. Well, I'm not doing it. Get someone else. Very well. 30, yellow, purple king, pickled onion, wake up thing.
Hooray!
Caw! Here, put my robe on. What's going on? Put the hood up, that's good. Now, we want you to pretend to be the baddie. What? Anyone who comes through that door, you act evil at them, okay? Evil? Why? What's my motivation? It doesn't matter. Be vague. Put on an evil voice. Like this. I'm an evil parrot and Ploggy's my name. I say quark, quark and eat vol-au-vents. Have you got any? Yes, but don't say you're a parrot. Pretend to be human. Oh, boring, yawn, yawn. Everyone else, get in the chanting room, pull a robe off of one of the dead bodies, and do Ajax's stupid chant. We hear the older stars rush into the other room and start chanting. Then the younger stars burst in through the front door. Nobody seems to be stopping us. Fine, then let's kill people and get the hell out of here. Not so fast, gentlemen. And then the stars together all say, oh no, it's the baddie we never mentioned before because we didn't know he existed, but who's obviously behind the whole scheme. Red and yellow, one's name's Paul. Blast this chap with a fireball. Oh no, hang on, I've got to pretend to be human. Blue 5 Grell counterspell, Kadar. You cannot harm me. Hey, Grell's not a colour. I'm the bad guy, I can cheat. Oh, right. Die. We hear a chop, followed by a wet thud.
Oh, no.
The chanting in the background comes to an end. There, try and magic your head back on. Oh, bugger. Yellow, purple, 73 stees. Make them hallucinate. Chaos beasties. Shitting hell, I suggest we leave this place in a major hurry. Why? You notice the way the chant has finished, and there seems to be an infinite number of chaos beasts and demons materializing all over the place.
No.
Yes, that's why. We hear the younger stars say a bunch of things while running off and jumping out the window one by one. Have they gone? Yes, off they run to my house so that I can help them travel back in time and become us. This is quite confusing. No, it isn't. It's a basic time loop. If you don't understand that, it's because you're thick. You know, I could chop your head off as well. I got quite in the mood watching my younger self do it to Thing. Poor old Thing. You know, I'll miss his parrot impressions. Kazaa! What the boggity ballsack was that? I was just magicking my head back on.
Yes.
I can't do my Brillo parrot impression without a head, can I? Do you want to hear it?
Yes.
The stars all say, no. All right, I'll do you a quick parrot impression. Yeah. Ploggy want a volavont, Ploggy want a volavont. I could listen to that all day.
Brilliant.
Right, let's all go home, shall we? I can't go home. Younger me will be there for several more days. Until I do the time travel spell, I'll have to find somewhere else to go. If you like, I could show you around London. You'll really like it there. They've got nut things in chocolate stuff, street pizza, nachos, and if you don't want to get your own food, there's a Chinese man around the corner who'll bring you an omelette. That sounds marvellous. Let's go, shall we? Kazaa! We hear Thing and Wizard Herman teleporting off to a different Howard Long classic.
Great.
Right, well, I'd better do a quick roll call and see who survived the adventure.
Yeah.
Riverend Philip, he's dead twice. Riverend Error, also double dead. Skull Gull Haggerty, melted at least 6 times. Timkins Ferranta 2. Fully dead. Garant Sly. I think we're all surprised that I made it this far. Spellbinder Johann. I'm a P-Nazi. Smith the Bloody Massive Ajax. What? Are you alive? I think so, but I've heard some ghosts don't know they're ghosts. They just walk around like regular people. Good. And Talltree, Sir Lawrence Talltree. Yes, I'm alive, completely alive, and ready to bring happiness to horses, particularly in the Willy area. Hey, talking of blowjobs, do you think those 2 people in the crowd meant it when they said they'd blow us if we succeeded? They turned out to be you and Wizard Herman messing about, remember? Oh, boggity fuck. Hoist with my own petard. Petard, petard, I'll hoist your petard and then I'll persecute it. Right, I'm going home before Johan can persecute my petard. I think I'll stay here. I've always fancied living in a tower. I'll call it my P-Nazi Tower, and it will be my center of operations while I persecute all the P's. Yeah, have fun, Johan. Bye. We hear the stars all saying goodbye to each other individually and by name for a full minute. Now, all I need is an army to help me oppress P's. Hey, maybe I can summon an army of infinite chaos beasties and get them to do it. We hear Johan beginning to chant, but the story ends before we get to find out if he succeeded or not. The end.
Little Howard dreamed of being a writer, and so he sat and wrote every night. But everything he wrote was fucking shite, yeah. Wubba-dubba-doo, wubba-dubba-doo. Worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Worst Writer in the World, the last episode of Stars.
Oh, is it over?
Yeah.
Is Padme safe? Is she all right?
No, she is dead. Here's your helmet. Have a helmet, your wife is dead. All right, so people might remember that when we came to the end of stories in the past, we would then have a break, sometimes even quite a long break before coming back with another one. But that is no longer the case, Howard, because this is now a weekly show. So we will be back next week with a brand new episode.
Really?
Now, Howard, do you remember Social Media Corner?
No. What's that?
In Social Media Corner this week, Howard, all I'm going to do is shout out some very special people who know why.
Why are you shouting at them?
First up,
Calling them
I'm
idiots.
shouting their names.
You
at
say the
them.
name and I'll say something mean about them. There you go.
All right. But what I'm saying to these people is you are great and I like you.
Yes.
So, first up, Day Morgan.
Idiot!
Then Keone Morell.
Bigger idiot!
Caitlin Plaston.
Biggest idiot!
Okay, you're going to run out if you go that way.
Oh, really?
Simon I. Bison.
Bad father!
Ben Shillito.
Stupid!
Who's Rat Girl?
I've no idea. What?
Indiana Summers.
Brilliant. Love him.
Listener Skiznot.
No, go away.
Katie Smith.
Hooray! Well, that might be showing some favouritism here. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, Neil Starkey.
Boo!
Bethany Marie.
Hooray!
And Alan Giles.
No. Alan Giles, no. Very, very bad.
Stop it. Put that bell down and get out of here. So thanks to all of them. Now, Howard,
Yes.
starting this week on The Secret Gang, we are doing the worst writers in the world, where our gang members can submit their own writing and we read it on live streams. And if listeners to this show want to get involved, they still can by joining the gang for just $2.
Just $2.
And then they'll be able to join in if they let us know, pretty quickly, and they'll be able to watch the live streams on Saturday nights or afterwards if they're busy. All right, well, thanks for listening, everybody, and we will be back next week. Bye-bye, milk.
Goodbye. Some milk.
He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer. Yeah.